Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 7 of Let's Talk Automotive. Tonight, we have Potgieter, the CEO of Women Talk, joining us. And Andre's been in the motor industry since 1992, has won numerous awards, Sales Manager of the Year in 2012 with Mercedes-Benz, After Sales Dealer of the Year in 2017 with FCA, too many to mention. Now the CEO of Women Talk, Potgieter, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Fanny. Good evening, viewers. It's a pleasure to be here.
All the viewers at home joining us, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Tonight we've got an awesome show lined up for you. We're going to talk about Women Talk and the more feminine side of our industry. And Andre, why don't we start off the show with you telling us a little bit about Women Talk and what it is that you guys actually do?
Funny, let's start off by saying that I think there is a huge amount of opportunities now in the say post-lockdown. Everybody's got to go to the new norm, which we will suss out in a few days. But talking to my ex-colleagues in the dealerships, there's definitely a lot of opportunities, and we must grasp that. This period for Women Talk was brilliant. We achieved a lot of groundwork, and coming back to what Women Talk is. Women Talk was started by a lady with the name of Desh Pecken. She's a motoring journalist and editor. And she started this magazine in 2018.
Okay.
It was a lifelong dream of Desh, and she started it because of ladies not always getting the right information, if I can mention it like that. When on doing anything, purchasing a vehicle, changing a tire, checking your battery asset in your vehicle, if the battery goes dead, a lot of information. And she started this. It was combined with efforts to empower women. That's a big drive for Desh. And so she combined this, and then she started the online motoring magazine. It's the first one in South Africa for women, and it's a level 1 BEE contributor.
Sure.
She's the sole owner of the business, and she really starts to be the best in what she's doing.
So this is probably, since we started talking about doing the show together, the most burning question: are you the first male to actually be in the employ of Women Talk?
I am indeed the first male to be employed at Women Talk. And that came about. Me and Desh know each other for many a year, and she was actually my customer when I was dealer principal at FCA.
Okay.
And it's a competitor brand that she was dealing with. And then from then on, it just grew, and we had such a good relationship from then. And then I retired last year, middle April, from the dealerships, from the retail side.
Yes.
And then in September, she invited me for a cup of coffee, and she said, "What is my thought? This is her stats on what the viewers are," and she gets quite a bit of viewers asking her, "What about purchasing a vehicle?" And I did a bit of homework, but I did it quickly. I did it in about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
And I said, "Desh, I'll join you. I'll join you." There's definitely a portal that we can develop on the sales side, which is my biggest baby, and then that is to look after the ladies and the women purchasing vehicles in South Africa. Okay. That's how I got involved.
All right, let's move on to the next question that I have for you. Obviously, when we're looking at our retail side of the business, the market, our potential market, men and ladies, why did you guys, obviously through Desh, decide to just focus on the ladies?
Funny, the statistics that came out last year is that 80% of all vehicles being purchased, new or used, is influenced in some other way by a woman. whether they physically purchase the vehicle or a partner or a husband or a son or a daughter. But ladies make the decisions when purchasing a vehicle. And nobody is looking at that specific market. Nobody.
Yes.
And we thought if we can give them guidance and good advice and use the accredited dealers that we've got on our site. We only use the accredited dealers so that we know there's recourse for the customers. So then that is why we chose to pick and to go with this excellent group of people.
Okay, so traditionally, I've heard, you know, around a campfire or around a braai, the guys say
Yes.
women shouldn't drive a car, they shouldn't buy a car, they know nothing about cars. What's the story there?
No, that is definite story. We all hear when we go hunting, when we go fishing, when we stand around a braai. That is definitely a fact that the men discusses. The actual fact now is that last year, 54% of all vehicles purchased was actually ladies.
Yeah.
So they surpassed the men at this stage now.
So
It's an
listen,
old.
before I get crucified, I was really just making a joke. I understand the importance of your target market. It was really just a joke. Guys at home, thank you very much for joining. There's a lot of people online. Michelle Smith, Charlene Hubert, Adrian Smith, David Zieli, Wesley Maxwell. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. There's too many to mention. If you guys have any questions for myself or for Andre, please comment in the comments below. We'll put your question on the screen and myself and Andre will discuss it. So please, guys. And also stay tuned for our special ladies edition of Guess the Car tonight, which we'll get to later. Andre, please, man, let's move on. What makes Women Talk, obviously we're focusing on the ladies, but what makes Women Talk unique and different to other, similar platforms online?
Funny, yeah. The variant factor that we've got at this stage is that we ring fence our customers we target. So we really go look for the specific ladies in the market, a woman, and then the quality of customers that we get that is we're attracting at this stage. Those are the people that we can forward quality leads to the dealerships. In other words, they might not get the volumes than our competitors, but that is not our target market. We are there to supply our loyal customers with trustworthy dealerships that can look after them and then give them the service they deserve. And that is
Okay.
what we're all about. And then we've also got some additional electronic business cards that we supply to the dealers that join our group, and that is for them to use, and that is a total different kettle of fish, which is nobody can offer it. It's the best in South Africa. It offers a little laptop actually on your phone where the sales consultant, when visiting a customer, they always got their cell phones with them.
Yes.
So they never leave it. So that if they get to a customer, they can pick out their cell phone, take their cell phone, forward their electronic business card to the customer, and go through their stock right there and then. They can go through brochures. They can go through the specials right there and then. He can stand in the queue in one of the supermarkets, and if he doesn't have a business card, he can literally sell a card there live, actually on the floor. And that is one of the big advantages we have as an add-on that we give to the customers.
Okay, so definitely going into the next way of doing business. We've got a comment here from Desh. Thank you very much for joining us. Women definitely talk the talk, she says. Andre?
Yes, no, the women definitely do. Desh is a huge supporter of the women in South Africa.
Yes.
And she's done absolutely amazing groundwork. We've got very influential people that is actually following Desh as well, because she is
Sure.
such an ambassador. And in the dealings with the dealer principals, there are a huge number of women dealer principals, sales managers
Yes,
that we've been liaising the last 6 or 7 months, and extremely successful.
correct. Okay, we're going to move on to one of the pages on the website, and I want you to tell me a little bit about the reviews that you guys have and do on your website. Who is it done by, and obviously, specifically, is there a bit of a spin on it specifically for the women?
It's funny, the women being our target market, we give it the feminine touch on the write-ups, and we select the trending vehicles, that's at this stage trending in the market, and then one of us drive the vehicle, and then we get it, write an article about it, and then we've got a Desh is an editor, and we've
Yes,
got an additional editor that assists us in writing the articles, but just give it a bit of a feminine touch, so that it's not just all talk and kilowatt. It's the
yes,
feel and the look, and obviously the safety, which is very important in the women market. That is one of the top five items that the ladies look at, and we really go in depth with that, because you wouldn't want to drive with your family in a car that is not safe, don't have ISOFIX, and things like that.
correct.
So yes, that's what we do. We've got a team, two writers, and we've got Desh and another editor that is actually doing the editing for us.
So, while we're on that topic, before we move on, do you guys still experience and feel that women are still stereotyped when they walk into a dealership? You don't know anything about it, and being talked down to, and maybe shown the car that the salesperson thinks suits the women. Do you still feel that's applicable right now, or has it changed?
Funny, it has changed, but there is still a huge percentage which is where the sales consultants definitely treat the woman like that. There has been a change that I can see from October last year, that I've been doing quite a bit of ghost shopping,
Yes.
and it's just testing the market and see what it is. But what I've also noted now is that the younger generation woman that's very educated, that is tech wise, they
Yes.
will tell a sales consultant, you're not dealing with somebody that knows nothing.
Yes.
I've done my homework.
Yeah.
I'm educated. I don't have time to waste, fool around. I can afford so much, this and this and this vehicle. I've studied. This looks what I have. Can you offer it to me, or an alternative which is just as good?
Yeah,
So, but
I
yes,
definitely agree.
coming back to your original question now, women are definitely still not treated the way they should be at a dealership level.
Well, the brilliant fact of the matter is that you guys offer the information that they're looking for on a brilliant platform, and I can tell you that I'm very impressed with what I see. Moving on to the website, I see that you guys actually have a for sale or a search portion on the website. Do you guys actually sell vehicles? Are you an online dealer?
Funny, no, we've got the portal. That was my main function when I joined the company, to develop this whole thing. We've got an excellent, superb web developer that has done all the work for us, and he's developing. Still, we've got a lot of things we want to find. No, we are not a dealer, not at all. We are just the middleman between the buyers and the sellers. But with the selected market that we want to attract for buying, as well as the dealers that we're going to offer the opportunity,
I hear
because
you.
and that is all to give firstly for us peace of mind, and secondly our buyers peace of mind, that they're not dealing with somebody that's got no address. Next week you get there, the dealership's closed down, and you sit with a stolen vehicle.
I hear
It's
you.
really to support that. And then, yeah, we want a certain standard of and look of the advertisement, and then make it as easy as possible for our viewers. that when they look at the adverts, where to go, they click on the specific vehicle. They like it. They click on the link on the vehicle. Yeah, they click on the link of the vehicle, and then you go to the specific dealership. And
Okay,
those
so
people, as soon as you inquire, yes,
are the buyers in direct contact with
with the dealership,
with the dealer?
yes, Tom.
Okay, okay. So you're
That's
not
it. Not
you're
with
not.
us, not
I
at
hear
all.
you. Okay.
Not at all. We do track each and every lead.
Yes.
We do track. We do a daily track on.
Andre, you still there? I think we might have lost Andre there, but I think what we we're gonna do right now, anyway, is play the guessing game. So you guys online joining us, while we get Andre back on the line, let's start with you guys quickly. Tonight, obviously focused on the ladies. So we've gone for. I actually chose 6 of the top 15 girly cars in the market over the years. So there's some old and some new. We're going to put a screen on for you, a portion of the car, and you guys have to guess. So please, guys, you at home, comment in the comments below and guess what vehicle this is. Okay, we're going to put the first one on now. Oh, we've got a comment here from Desh. Let's see what that says. Women Talk also owns the Motoring Women of the Year Awards, powered by MFC, a division of Netbank, and we also do workshops. Yes, we definitely, Desh. We're actually going to get you that question and discuss that with Andre as one of the last questions that we're going to do. I think let's see if we can get that next slide on, and let's start that guessing game. All right, so we've got a car here, popular in South Africa. Anybody there outside on Facebook land that can guess what car this is? Come on, guys, I'm not seeing any comments. It's girly cars. Let's see who's come up with the first comment here, guys. Desh, I think you should know this one. Maybe it's a Yaris. You're right with Toyota. Well done, Desh. We see what you do for a living actually helped. All right, guys, let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's the next car. Who can guess what this is?
May I say something funny?
Yes, Andre, you're back. Well done, man. You missed out on the first one. I'm going to give you that point as a complimentary. So that the first one we had was a Toyota Yaris. Okay, so I'll give you the point. That was the first one, and then this next slide is the second vehicle that we're looking at. Desh has got Fiat on. She's commented here, Fiat. What do you think, Andre?
That looks to me like the Suzuki.
Definitely try again. I've got Honda Jazz, which is not correct from Marco. Desh, no, it's not a Fiat 500.
That is the Smart.
Well done, Andre. It's the Smart for 2. The new one, very, very nice looking car. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is not a new model, so I'm going to give you that tip, but it's a very iconic little car. Let's see who can guess this one. Come on, Marco. France Junior got it right. Hanneli Potgieter got Smart right. Well done, Hanneli. Thanks for joining us. Desh, what's this? What do you guys think? It's an older one. Yes. Andre, talk to me.
I think it's a Nissan.
A Nissan. Let's give you a little bit more. What do you think that is?
Mini.
Well done. Desh got it before you, Andre. So well done, Desh.
Yeah, but she's the clever one.
Okay, next one is an easy one. Next one is a very easy one. Talk to
It's
me.
the Fiat 500.
Well done.
That's a Fiat.
You had to have get that one right with your FCA background.
Exactly. That would have been a shocker if I could not get that.
All right, this is the second last one. Quite difficult one. Let's see if you can get this one. I struggled with this one.
Looks like a Citroen.
A Citroen? No, you're definitely not right. Come on, Desh. Let's see if you can get this one right.
Hold on. Wait, let me just move my cursor here. But
Anybody at home? There's only like 3 or 4 people at home that can guess cars. Looks like it. Andre, what is this?
Kia. That's a Kia.
Well done.
But I'm late. I mean, I'm sorry. That's late. So yeah, I missed this one completely.
The Kia Soul. No, it was difficult. Let's see if you can get the last one. Well done, Desh. Got the Kia Soul right. This is quite an easy one. Andre, what do you think this is? Yes, Volkswagen Beetle. Well done. Well done. Not too bad. I think you got like 3 or 4 right. Well done. I think yeah, Desh says she got it before Andre. Marco, no, definitely not a Peugeot. And Desh also got the Beetle right. So I think Desh is up, Andre. I think you owe her something to drink when you see her again.
I will do.
All right, let's move on to the next question. You guys have an initiative with Women of the Month and Women of the Year awards. And that, as I understand, and Desh actually mentioned it in the comments earlier, is an affiliation with MFC, a division of Nedbank. Why don't you explain to us how that works and the criteria of picking and choosing either the monthly and the yearly winners? Talk to us about that.
Women of the Year is also an initiative Desh brought in the Motoring Women of the Year. Desh brought that up 2018, and then this came up due to women not being recognized with what they contribute towards the motoring trade at this stage. And then Desh were looking for a partner which has got the same value add to the woman, and to get them recognized in South Africa. So what happened then is MFC came aboard and said they'll sponsor the events, as long as they can have a input into the decision-making process, which we love. Because what happens, people are nominated from different brands, different OEMs, different groups, and then there's a long list of reasons and criteria these ladies must pass, and that gets sent then to a panel on which Desh is one of the judges, and then the rest are all MFC, and then they select based on those criteria. They then select the people. Now, having one award during the year is a bit long. So all the other ladies not getting recognized, we are now doing the monthly one as well.
Okay.
And all those people automatically gets into the Women of the Year, but they just get recognized for what the effort is now on a day-to-day basis in this very, very tough world at this stage.
Sure. Listen, who was the winner last year? Women of the Year award.
It was Candice McKenna,
okay,
of FCA Midrand. She was the winner of last year.
All right. Last thing that I want to discuss with you with regards to the website. Obviously, this started out as an online motoring magazine. So I see that you guys have tips and latest news and that sort of stuff on there as well. Won't you just talk us through that a bit and the motivation behind that.
Yeah, the motivation behind that is we want to have the ladies know what's going on a more simplistic way, in the sense that they're so busy they can quickly pop up. This is the latest motoring. In other words, whatever the manufacturers forward to us, we print that, we post that same day, so
Okay.
they don't have to scan 20 channels and whatever. So what we do, the same information we get, we post the same day, and that's just to keeping them on board while they're busy running, doing the daily chores, working, whatever, so that when they get a chance to discuss vehicles, they are informed. So
Sure.
that is the reason why we got started with that. And then the talk tips on that side is very important, because that is the page of the things that's never told for anybody. And this is not just for women. I
Yes.
mean, I've mentioned it a little bit earlier, how to change a tire. I mean, it sounds funny. Um, I mean, in today's time, nobody will stop next to the road with his mask on his face and stop and help you to change a tire. If
Sure.
you don't know, you're gonna be in trouble. Firstly,
Yeah.
you must know whether your car's got a spare wheel with the run flats that's running around now with most of the manufacturers. So, do you just have a tire kit? In other words, you've got a little pump where you can just try and pump your flat if you've got a plug to plug it,
Yes.
and then that's very important. And then a lot of basic things like baby chairs. How do you decide to buy a baby chair? What age do you use for a baby chair? That is things that people do not know normally, and we try to put it in a very user friendly, um, easy read for our readers and viewers to go through, and adds value to them. And that is what we came up with this idea.
I think that everything that I've seen throughout the week doing research and looking at your website, I think you guys are doing a brilliant job. I'm looking forward to see what you guys actually bring next. And that's my final and last question before we go on. Oh no, sorry, before I get there, let me ask you quickly. I know that we've gone through lockdown and the dealerships have actually just recently opened again and getting back to trade and whatever. What was your personal experience? And then obviously also with Women Talk, how did you guys experience lockdown, business-wise and personally?
For me personally, it was a massive growth stage. I did research, and I could literally focus just on our product. In other words, the basics, get the basics right, get the people trained, get the processes in place, get the website working. There's a lot of development I'd like to still do, which we are busy, but to get that working. So when the lockdown is over, which is now semi there, like the one dealer principal told us this week, the dealerships are open, but they're not open, because if you don't have an appointment, you're not going to go to the dealership. If you don't have a booking at the workshop, you're not going to go to the dealership. So it's very important that we know we've been working very, very hard to get our bases right. And that gives us the opportunity now, after lockdown, to be in the right place and to offer the right product to the dealers. There are really still plenty of opportunity, a huge amount of opportunities out there. And
Yes.
if we see the glass half empty now, we're going to be in trouble. All of us. We have to see the glass half full now and make it work. Remember, if we are the leaders, or we as the people that employ staff, if we now throw in the towel, millions and millions of people will suffer. We must
Yes.
get our strengths together. And one thing about Desh, our founder, and our she is one of the most positive people you will ever meet. And this whole strategy comes from her. I support her, because I cannot handle somebody that is not positive, because there's always something to be positive about. Life is not easy,
Agree.
but we will get through this, definitely.
Agree. I love the way that you look at business and life. Talking about Dash and talking about your company, Obviously, guys would like to get into contact with you guys. Where can they get your contact details? I know that there's a contact. Obviously, our retailers will look at the website and get into contact.
Yes.
But if dealers want to get into contact with you, Andre, where can they get a hold of you?
Our telephone number at this stage, office line is 060 670 1791. That's our office line. And then on the website would be www.women-talk, like in
Yes.
TORQUE.co.za.
Awesome.
And please feel free send. Yes.
I've got Fritz has put your details on the screen there as well. So there's a number for vehicle listings and an email address, admin@womentalk.co.za. If anybody wants to get into contact with you guys, they can get a hold of you. Andre, thank you very much for your time tonight. It was wonderful talking to you. It was an unbelievable experience to see your product and the work that you guys do. I really appreciate that. For you guys at home, there's a couple of guys that I need to just mention here. Jannie Harper, Han Engelbrecht, Dean Leview, Audrey Buerta, Franscha van Eden. Thank you guys for joining in. And we look forward to having you guys here again next week. We've got a nice show lined up for you. A little bit of a crossover show incorporating RaceDay.tv and Colin Hasty, one of their presenters. So looking forward to that. Guys, have a wonderful evening. Lockdown's almost over. Get through it, and we'll see you next week. Cheers. Cheers, Andre.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Fanny.